On a Sunday, the 2nd of September, 1945, World War II came to an end. And on the battleship Missouri in Tokyo Bay, General Douglas MacArthur accepted the surrender of the Japanese armed forces. The war to end all wars had ended, or so people believed. But less than 5 years later, war was to break out again, this time in Korea. Already in the north, Premier Kim Il-sung was planning the invasion of his neighbors across the 38th parallel. And when, in April 1950, he flew to Moscow, it was to obtain support for the war from the communist leaders. As the result of a treaty signed by the Russian Foreign Minister Vyshinsky, a new military alliance was formed by which Premier Kim received offensive weapons for his invasion of South Korea. Russian aircraft, heavy artillery, anti-aircraft guns, and, most important of all, tanks. And it was with these Russian tanks, on the 25th of June 1950, that a peaceful neighbor was to be invaded. Another war was to break out that soon was to involve 25 different nations.
They'll all be this quality, Jimmy, huh?
Uh-huh.
You know my clients in Philadelphia are very fussy.
Well, have I ever laid anything but the best on you? Oh.
I remember some soaps and curios.
Oh, that's when I didn't know you. This is quality craftsmanship. This is art.
Better not say too much, Jimmy. I understand you can get shot for perjury in this country. What would the cost be on 2 dozen?
For you, such a beautiful lady, such a good customer, my very best price. It's so cheap, it embarrassed me to say it. Oh, and of course, there's 25% discount and...
긴급 뉴스입니다. 오늘 새벽 38선 전역에 걸쳐서 북한 공산군이 불법 남침을 감행했습니다. 적의 기습 공격을 받은 우리의 용감무쌍한 국군 부대들은
What's he saying?
전 전선에서
자, 모두 어서 집으로 돌아가요. 어서. 큰일 났다고 빨리빨리 집으로 돌아가요. 빨리빨리. From the north, the communists have crossed the border. Listen. They come through this way, to the capital. You must get out. Now.
Get out?
Uh-huh.
What about your army?
Army? No. American embassy is sold. They'll take care of you. Please go now. Hurry. Hurry.
Well, get me this number. Inchon.
No time. Please
get it
go
for me.
now.
Please. Please. How close are they?
We're only 10 miles from the 30th parallel, the border. Nobody answers. Please, hurry. Huh? Please, hurry.
Must come. You will need him to leave the country.
No. I'm going to get the hell out of here without you.
I have to report to Seoul, and I'll come back for you.
Your wife is in Seoul. You've seen her.
Yeah, that's right. I wanted to talk to her about the divorce. Now it's my responsibility to get her out of Korea. You understand that, don't you?
I understand that you're leaving.
Liv, what's between you and me has nothing to do with anything else. But a war started. There's nothing between Seoul and the parallel but a lot of green kids and under-equipped ROKs. They don't know it. But right now, as we're talking, they're dead. Hey, I told you I'm coming back to take you away.
To America?
I'd feel a lot better if you waited down south.
I'll wait here.
And when they come, you know what they'll do if they find out an American officer was here?
Nevertheless, I will stay with my family.
Just remember one thing. I love you. Yeah, safe.
Consultio.
Saito-san.
Your shadow is in the long place, my friend. Your shadow is in the long place, my friend.
You heard. I have to go.
I understand the war.
Only because of the war. I liked it here. need this.
All those hours we talked together about the Buddhism, about the non-violence. You think that was all talk?
War changes everything. This is war, you know.
And this is life.
So that's how this man feels today.
You know how women are. My wife will not let me throw that picture of that soul away, no matter. I have had my last of wars.
Yeah, well, if someone laid a hand on my family, I'd sure as hell want to use this.
Now we see if talk becomes my way of life. Wait while I change. I will accompany you to Inchon.
Why did you stay on here? Thought you had enough for war. Maybe I'm wrong.
After what I saw at Hiroshima, I never thought there could be war again. And only 5 years later...
Well, anyway, I'm glad you stayed on.
A man's wife is his wife.
Huh? You know what my wife did when I met her at the airport and told her about Lim? She got a car and a driver and went shopping for this furniture for a interior decorating business. Some woman.
She is still your wife.
Lim doesn't believe I'm coming back. You too.
War. People are changed.
Yeah, I know. I've been there. I want you and your family to go south, to Busan.
Busan is not our home. This is.
Goodbye. Drunk.
So you know about the war?
Sure I know. Does the brass know?
Well, it's after midnight back in Washington. You used to work for MacArthur. You want to be the first one to tell him there's a war starting in Korea?
I think Truman can tell him.
Hell, I bet you he doesn't even know where Korea is.
All right, let's move. Seoul.
Time to take care of business, huh?
Barbara's Hotel. We're on a plane out of here.
So?
Sign of it. Still registered.
Well, maybe we better head back north, huh?
The orchestra's rehearsing right now. That's where I'll be, not here. You don't think my newspaper made a mistake, do you?
The New York Herald make a mistake? Never happened, Yank.
Who cares about the 38th parallel anyway?
Try the White House.
Try the world.
I always thought it was a dumb way to divide a country. But when the war ended and the Russians started to come into Korea, we had to do something in a hurry. So this very bright staff officer decided to draw a line on a map. And that's the 38th parallel.
God, you don't think they'd send me there, do you?
And what makes you so special?
Johnson, he's our regular Tokyo correspondent. He's home in the States on leave. I'm a critic. I came all the way here with the New York Philharmonic, from New York, by the way.
Yeah, be thankful it's not L.A. You ever heard them play?
They're not so bad. As a matter of fact, the string section's very good.
Especially since Wallenstein took over.
My boy, your editor says you will fill in till Johnson gets back. So you will do what your editor tells you to do. Be prepared to cover the war in 4-4 time.
Anyway, it won't be a long one once the U.S. comes in. And they will, you know. They always do.
This time, maybe they'll have to. Or it's tomorrow the world, and goodbye, Japan.
I'm glad you didn't say sayonara, Japan. For these small mercies, thanks.
You take the pictures, I told you. I'll do the captions. My friends, it will not be a short war. After 5 years of peace, the greatest army the world has ever seen has grown fat on beer. You want an example? Look at Japan. Half the regiments couldn't go to battle without their mama's arms and the Inchon boys. And for this, we thank the politicians.
Gentlemen, ladies, good morning. I have a short statement to make. 1 hour ago, the President of Korea, the United States Ambassador, and the U.S. military advisors requested help from Washington. General Douglas MacArthur will hold a press conference in 2 hours. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please.
Thank you. MacArthur.
The best we've got, Phil.
Goes right here. Most gifted general the U.S. ever produced. 22 medals, 13 for heroism.
Well, at least he's not superstitious. And you have to admit he did a marvelous job here in Japan.
Making himself emperor, not preparing for war. Hell, the man's 71 years old. He's been on active duty for 50 years. I admit he's in shape. He watches his weight, but...
Maybe you should, too.
Hey, listen, I told you, you take the pictures, I'll do the captions. Want to know something confidential? Dyes his hair, too.
You never do pass up a chance to knock him, do you?
Harry, I'm a journalist. Covered the man since Pearl Harbor. If he is what we're counting on to save the free world, God help Korea and God help us all.
Lieutenant Haig, sir. Morning, General.
Time.
The cable line's been burning up this morning, sir.
First things first.
2 messages from the President and...
The real news.
Of course. Sorry, sir. Army 5, Penn State 3.
Good. At least the scandal didn't affect the baseball team. Proceed.
Looks like the communists will be in Seoul in the next 24 hours. Report says the ROKs don't have the equipment and their troops are too green. And all this time, our veteran troops are back here.
Veteran troops grown soft with the occupation. I warned Washington. I knew it. I knew it. What do you expect from politicians? He'd sell out the army. Others, too, come to that. For a handful of votes.
Washington?
Washington's a long way away, it would seem.
The president still doesn't know?
Saturday night in the States, and Truman's at home in Independence, Missouri. So, soldier, I've been trying to reach Halsworth. Put him on. You remember Frank? Used to be my driver. He's a good soldier, major now. Frank! Yeah, I can hear how close they are. Are they good, these communists, or is it the tank?
They look like Russians. Just can't penetrate their armor. Sure, the Rocks are trying everything, but they're hopelessly under-equipped.
How long before they reach Seoul?
About 24 hours. The Rocks have no anti-tanks, no armor.
Well, you give me some information, Frank. I want you to give me a lot more. Meet me on the airfield at Suwon. I'll confirm the exact time tomorrow.
Yeah, well, if it's still there, you can bet your...
And remember one thing...
Roger, Jim. Yes, sir, I'll remember that. Sergeant, grab this, will you?
Remember what?
That we're not combatants, just neutrals.
Hey, he called you Frank.
Yeah. Well, the man's not God. Just an emperor, for Christ's sake. How was his driver? Australia, lady, the Solomon?
Oh, you're telling me he had a Marine on the staff.
That's right, a token Marine.
Oh, looks like a hell of a time to start being neutral.
Yes, I know Frank. We went to their wedding. Nice girl from Boston. And good family. Almost something in between the Cabots and the Lodgers, I seem to remember.
My dear, there's nothing between the Cabots and the Lodgers. They wouldn't allow it.
Besides, it was Philadelphia. Now I remember. I even remember that it was a silver tea set like this that we gave them. And Frank even promised he'd learn to drink the stuff. So soon?
I'll see if signals at Daiichi can raise the dead in Washington on our direct line. Truman's an early riser.
It's too good to last, wasn't it? Because it doesn't look as if I'm going to be seeing much of you in the future.
Don't you believe it. They'll probably send out Joe Collins or Omar Bradley. They don't like me in Washington.
Who you fooling? If there's anybody going to save this world, you know it just has to be you.
My, but you put it strongly.
That's the way it's going to be. Now, on your way.
Oh, Jean.
Don't say it. I know I shall return. But not too late for dinner.
Come on, Blackie. It's up to you and me to save this world.
Traveling for 24 hours and we've only gone 10 miles. Isn't there another road? God, give me strength.
여보세요. 차량 비켜달란 말이에요. 네? 빨리요. 차량 빨리 비켜주세요. 네?
Military advises on this frequency. Please come in. Hello, hello. Any U.S. military advisors? Do you read me?
Please. Please, Americans, you go to Seoul? Give me a ride.
Don't encourage her. Don't even look at her. Anderson, you're looking at her and you're under arrest.
Please.
What's that?
This? I'm going to Seoul to get married. Please, take me to Seoul Station.
Come on, you're still in the way. Come on. Been one hell of a day for a wedding.
Yeah.
Think we can get it to the church on time?
Negative. Pick one of them up, we'll have all of Korea on our necks. Will you, soldier?
Mira. Mira. Thank you for bringing me that to me, Colonel. I'm your dad.
Yeah, well, I'll remember that. And it's Major.
Oh, please. What can I do for you?
We can get the hell out of town before the North Koreans get here. Happy wedding.
Good luck. Thank you.
Well, maybe she got out last night with the other Americans.
Yeah, well, she hasn't been here. The airport shut down. Probably on her way to Suwon. Right girl. Give me a hand here.
Anything to help win the war.
1, 2, go! Think I'll have a last look up north.
I'll head south to Suwon.
Good idea.
Hey, listen, you sure you want to do that?
Well, I'm the one who got her here.
Okay. See you. So long.
Jump in.
No, 이봐요. 빨리 가서 차를 비켜주세요. Man, just be cool. Listen, I'll have to meet you on the other side. I'm back behind you here somewhere.
Fill the tank. Is there another way to get through?
No, this is the only bridge still open to the south. Look, Frank went to look for you. Now, he'll put you on a plane if you can get to the Suwon airport.
Might be easier to walk.
No, it's 20 miles. Listen, if I should miss you, anything goes wrong in Suwon, keep heading south. South, that way. Wait.
Listen, take this. I'll tell you, it's better than poking the eye with a sharp stick, okay? Take care.
Please move on. I can't run. Get out of the way, please. Sir, please. We're holding everybody up. Please.
제발 제 손녀들을 봐주십시오. 쟤들의 부모는 죽었습니다. 쟤들은 우리 가문을
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Come on, get out of there. Quick. Sir, get these little bastards out of here.
빨리 가세요. 다리하고 폭파합니다.
I can't shoot the man in front of me.
자, 빨리 가세요.
Out. You're gonna have to get out as soon as we get to the other side of the bridge.
Come on. No, don't worry. It's all right. Come on.
다리를 정리하려면 아직 5분은 더 있어야 합니다. 다리 위엔 아직도 사람이 꽉 차 있다니까요.
What's he saying?
They're gonna explode up the bridge.
평화를 가져갔지요. 인민들은 압제자를 타도하기 위해 골비하려고 우리들의 도착을 기다리고 있어. 뭐야 이 자식들아!
서울에서 잡아온 의용군 아들끼리 안도주라서 짓거립니다.
우리의 대의명분을 모욕하고 무시한 그런 자들은 제치하시오. 가자 왜!
잠깐만 기다려 주십시오.
와보시오.
제가 타이르겠습니다. 저들의 잘못을 깨우쳐 주겠습니다.
그렇다면 동무가 놈들을 쏘시오.
전 사람을 쏴본 일이 없습니다.
동무가 자본주의 괴뢰가 아니라면 그걸 증명해야지.
저기 있네, 동무! 동무! God help him, whoever it is they pick. Gonna need all the help he can get, both from here and the States. Much as it pains me, they may even have to call in the, what do you call those amphibious people?
Marines, sir?
Still rankles. Dugout Doug, they call me.
The ones that didn't have your congressional medal. They're all the others. Yes, sir, he's here.
No more, Lieutenant. Let's call it a night.
It's Washington, sir. President Truman.
MacArthur.
How are you, General?
Just fine, Mr. President. You and all your family are well, I trust.
All very well. Thank you. Now, General, the United Nations have authorized me to let you know that you are to be appointed Supreme Commander of the United Nations forces during the coming Korean police action.
It's a great honor, sir. And I hope to prove worthy the only way I know how.
How's that, General?
By defeating the enemy, of course.
Yes. Well, good night, General.
Good night, Mr. President. Young man, you and I have lived to witness a miracle. The nations, I'm sure Russia abstained, have voted to work together to prevent, no, oppose violence, aggression, something which, if done in 1939, might have saved the lives of around 30 million people from battle, starvation, gas ovens.
I guess that's something.
Something. I'll tell you, it's the first time, it's probably the only time it's ever going to happen. Time you got some shut-eye, young man. We're going to war in the morning.
Night, sir.
Good night, young man. Jean. Jean. We've come home.
Come in, darling.
tap very softly, in case you were asleep.
I was too excited for that.
I'm not excited, but I can't sleep.
What's worrying you?
Jean,
Yes?
you don't think I'm too old?
You ask a silly question and you'll get a silly answer.
I don't think I'm too old, but other people will.
Since when did you ever care what other people thought about you? You have to see this as the hand of God. Mr. Truman and all those little men in Washington thought that by leaving you out here, far away from everything, that you would be forgotten. That you would simply disappear from sight. Simply
fade away.
I remember when the soldiers used to sing that old song. It was Manila, wasn't it?
Manila, everywhere. The Australians used to sing it at me.
Now, once again, you are the center of the world. The man of the moment, if I say so myself. And you are going to show them that you are the greatest general in the world.
Greatest 71-year-old general.
Oh, there's nothing to that. You just have to believe that this is what you were born for. All your life has been leading up to this. So now, you go to bed, and this time, go to sleep, you hear? Sure I can't get you a warm drink or something?
No.
Absolutely sure?
Yes, come with the soldiers.
Do exactly what I say.
Open the door. We are driving now.
Yes, okay, it's a good idea. I was feeling tired. You can drive. Get the gun. It's in the compartment. Don't let him see. I gotta get the door open.
Hurry!
Wait a minute. Can't get the door open. I'm sorry.
Hurry!
Come on, down.
가봐. 하지만 걱정 마. 내가 있으니까.
Hey, Barbara! Since that bridge, I've been looking all over for you.
God, am I glad to see you. What's this? Last time I saw you had a Jeep.
Well, hell, the last time I saw you, you didn't have 5 kids. Was he anyone I know?
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You wouldn't believe what we've been through. The kids, the car. used the gun. I killed a man.
You did?
Yeah, back there, a North Korean.
Hey, come on. Take it easy. Just one less. Gets been infiltrating everywhere around here now. What else you do? Try to kill this car, too? Ow! Damn, that's hot.
Was it fixable?
Yeah, just good old American know-how. Between us, I don't know how. All right, Mrs. Holdsworth, you want to hand me that box of tools?
What's this Mrs. Holdsworth bit?
Oh, officer's wife, rich Philadelphia lady.
Right now, I'm just a woman with 5 kids, stuck in the middle of a war.
Oh, you have changed.
I have?
Uh-huh. You're all dusty. Quite a bit worn, and I must say motherhood does become you.
Thank you very much.
Wait, time out. Listen, you guys have got to make yourselves useful, all right? Come on, here, take some of this. Biggest, roll under that. Big, smallest, come on, take that. Middle, small, okay? Now, I don't want to hear a peep out of you, got it? Not a peep. Yeah?
Yeah, what?
How would you believe the entire time we're up by the parallel and in Seoul, the only thing he was worried about was you?
No, I wouldn't believe you.
Well, it's true. I mean, there's a war going on. A man can get himself killed, and what does he do? He takes off for a couple of days looking for you. I just thought you ought to know that. End of speech. Oh, battery cable. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Jump in. Let's try to start it.
What happened to what's her name? The little Korean cookie, Lim. Did he get her out too?
Inchon, that's where she lives. Didn't I tell you? Just good old American know-how. Come on, everybody in. Let's go. Come on, move. Quick. Next stop, Suwon. That's where you'll meet Frank, if all goes well.
Oh, great. It's all Frank needs is an abandoned wife and 5 Korean orphans. Hungry orphans to get on the last plane out of here.
Don't worry. You can handle it.
No, we're going to head south. All the way to Busan. It'll be safer for the kids. And if that sounds noble, it isn't. Maybe I just want Frank to know that I don't need him.
What if he really wants to help you?
Well, he can always find us for the Red Cross. Right now, our care package are coming pretty handy.
Good luck, Barbara. So long.
핸더슨 아저씨 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요.
Oh, okay, you guys. You keep it quiet and walk all the way. You hear?
Population 124,000 and 1 scared U.S. sergeant.
What about Barbara?
Don't worry, I saw her.
Get across the bridge?
Yep. And the lady says she doesn't need your help. She's gonna make it all the way to Busan on her own steam.
Stubborn bitch. What does she think this is, a game?
Navy planes! Navy planes!
That's our side for a change. Radio the battalion, it's all clear for the general. MacArthur. Ambassador.
Welcome to Korea, General.
Gentlemen. General Park. Frank?
Sir? Thank you, General. Welcome to Korea.
We'll see about that in time, Frank. Let's go upstairs, take a look.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, sir. Bought one of those little doodads for me.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you wear it at night.
Sir, the pilot says we'll be over the coast in a few moments.
Inchon. Yes. Why I sent for you. That channel into Inchon from this distance looks difficult.
Well, up close is impossible. I know. I've got friends down there.
Those two islands serve as natural guards to the mouth of the channel. You'd have to go right in between them.
At night?
At night?
With that lighthouse out, it'd be suicide. 50 ships going through that channel at night.
Not 50 ships. More like 250. Nothing to be ashamed of. Always had a weak stomach myself. So did Caesar. So, by the way, did Admiral Nelson. All believe that.
I guess the old man is really feeling the pressure this time.
Well, he was raised to handle pressure. He's his father's son.
Who was his father, as if right now I care?
General Arthur MacArthur. They called him the boy general of the Union Army.
Hey, Toscanini, let me tell you a little story. It'll take your mind off other things, all right? Now, it seems a long time ago that General MacArthur's regiment, that's Arthur MacArthur's regiment, the survivors of his famous victory at Cemetery Ridge decided to hold a reunion. The Smithsonian Institute. The regimental flag draped behind the dais. When the meal ended, the general got to his feet to give the benediction. While he was speaking, he was seized by a stroke and collapsed on the table. The remaining members of the regiment, God knows why, they did not go for help, got to their feet, raised their glasses high, and began to sing the battle hymn of the Republic. While they were singing, Arthur MacArthur died. His men wrapped him in the tattered battle-scarred flag of Cemetery Ridge, and hoisting him on their shoulders, which must have been very difficult considering how old they were, carried him through the night to Arlington Cemetery. And Douglas MacArthur has grown up with that memory and has felt the pressure of living up to that image. That legend.
So, we'll get your 24th Division over here in a couple of days. I've already given the orders.
Where do you think the enemy will be by then?
Shh. Wait, they're moving somewhere around here. What's on? Better get there, Frank. Tell me what's happening. What's really happening? Not one of these Army news bulletins they hand out. Not that I haven't handed out a couple in the time.
Just wait till the 24th get here. Once our boys are in action, it'll be a pushover.
Depends on who pushes who.
Hi, Marine. Hey, sorry I had to take you boys of the 24th away from all your Japanese ladies.
Yeah, well, this'll only take a few days. Let's show these how Americans fight. Kick the at them and get the hell back to old Nippon.
Sounds like you got business there.
Sure. You're damn right. Gee, you can cook, too. And not just rice.
Stand by, all companies. Alpha, come in. Bravo, come in. Charlie, come in.
T-34s, or so our intelligence boys think.
Yes, it's a great defeat. A crushing defeat for the enemy. Yes. We lost Tosan. We retreated, but look how the enemy has spread out his forces. For days before the battle, we have shown our enemy an arrogant display of strength. Utter bluff. We had nothing. If the enemy had concentrated his forces, he could have broken through anywhere, driven a wedge, thrown us right into the sea. Now he has 5 different thrusts coming at us, not one of which will ever pierce the defenses I'm building up around Busan here. Believe me, my friends, God is on our side, though at times you may find it hard to believe.
Play a game. Start a game. Don't let them look outside the window. Let me help. What happened?
Don't worry about me. You can take care of him.
I'll get you more bandages. Come here. Come help.
She asked if she could now tell you she's hungry.
Welcome. Welcome to St. Mary's Mission. Come.
의용군 놈들을 잘 감시를 하도록 하오. 저놈들은 믿을 수가 없으니까지. 기다려 서 있어. 내 무식이라고 말을 했어. 의용군 동무들이 봉기를 해서 우리와 합세를 한다고 내 말을 하지 아니했어?
바로 그들입니다, 동무. 그러나 저들이 무기를 소지하려 하는지 조사해봐야겠어.
의용군 동무들이 무기를 소지하지 아니했는지 조사를 하겠소.
Take prisoners!
Cease fire! Hold it! Hold it! All right. That's enough. Put it down. How do you know it's the bridegroom?
No, not yet.
Mila. I can't say goodbye.
Barbara, do you really have to go?
Yes. I'd rather go on alone. The kids will be safe now. And you'll take care of them.
Yes, but Barbara...
They're starved. Why aren't they eating?
They waited for you.
Smallest. All of you.
The Army Chief of Staff, Collins, all the way from Washington. I think I know why.
Fella, if you're so goddamn smart, you tell us what's going on.
You really want to know?
Oh, I'm still learning. Tell me.
Kid, you hire a spy, just like the North Koreans.
And what does your spy tell you now?
Well, he tells me that Admiral Sherman could be carrying a letter authorizing him to fire one General Douglas MacArthur.
Operation Chromite, gentlemen, revolves around Seoul, the capital of South Korea, and most important, Inchon, its port. All in enemy hands for the past 2 months, like the rest of the country, except for the tip of the peninsula, where we still hold this small area around Pusan. Pusan, I repeat. And not Dunkirk, as most of the newspapers would like us to believe. Because General MacArthur has no intention of being defeated, nor is there any question of a withdrawal. Now, that's the rough part. But in the past 2 weeks, our defenses in the Pusan perimeter have been strengthened almost every day. And as you can see, the area we still hold is not very large. It has succeeded in drawing the North Koreans a hell of a way from home with long supply lines, all concentrated here in Seoul, which controls all the road and rail communications between North and South Korea. Now, picture Inchon and Seoul as an anvil upon which a hammer will strike. The hammer of our 8th Army, breaking out from Pusan, pushing up to the north, and joining with our forces in and around Seoul, cutting off and destroying 100,000 enemy soldiers. Now you have the folder of Operation Chromite in front of you, and you're at liberty to open them.
General Allman, the Joint Chiefs of Staff have asked me to voice our objections. First, we think September 15th is too soon.
The Navy has insisted on a water depth of 26 to 32 feet for the landing. We have it that day, maximum high tide.
High tide also occurs on October 11th and November 3rd. We should wait till then.
There is danger of monsoons in the Yellow Sea after October 1st.
The Marines have to land in Inchon Harbor itself. The sea walls are 20 feet high. If we don't complete in 1 hour, our ships will be high and dry on the mud flats, which run out for 3 miles.
We will complete in time. Schedule on page 7.
Inchon is so far from the 8th Army in Pusan. It's a hell of a long way to fight back.
After we take Inchon and then Seoul, the enemy will have to retreat in order to protect its lines of communication, which General MacArthur intends to cut off with one bold, supreme stroke. Here at Inchon. I've already given you the details. The date of the operation is September 15th. Doyle, you want to say something?
Quite apart from the date. Well, I couldn't take my fleet. And you're talking about more than 250 ships in the dark, down narrow sea lanes in Inchon Harbor, which is certainly mined. Impossible, General. Impossible.
I can't let my Marines go in there. Knowing they must hold the entrances in the islands with no means of evacuation, it would be suicide.
I don't know why the president bothered to send us.
Doesn't look as if I need any letter of authority, that's for sure.
My objections don't mean much. If the Navy and the Marine Corps aren't going forward, I don't think there's any reason for any further discussion. Therefore...
But I think there is, General. Admiral Doyle is right when he says the invasion of Inchon is impossible. It is. Utterly impossible. And that is why it is going to succeed. Nobody in their right minds would ever dream of an invasion of Inchon. And nobody in his right mind would ever set up any serious defensive. I suppose that must be why, as of last night, there were only 4,084 North Koreans from their 112th Division guarding the entire Inchon area. That was the report on the defending forces as of last night. But 12 minutes ago, I received a signal from the British Navy submarine Trident, where she lies submerged in Inchon Harbor, reporting that no mines have been laid. Of course, I cannot guarantee what may have happened in these last 12 minutes. I may also say at this time that the British Navy has offered to escort any landing forces that may be necessary. They will also supply us with landing forces of Marines to go in with our Korean allies, should this be necessary. That is correct, Admiral Lawson.
Yes, General, that is correct.
And the Turkish brigade under Brigadier Kemal here have volunteered...
General, I never said we wouldn't go.
I have not finished. Now that we have established that the Marines will land at first light September 15, we know they will hold the necessary positions until the rest of the 10th Corps can land on the high tide that evening, so that Inchon and then the capital city of Seoul will be recaptured in a matter of days, and the whole invading army of North Koreans will be cut off. This, I promise you, will happen. For right is on our side, and right is with God, and He will not let us fail. I can almost hear the ticking of the second hand of destiny. We must act now, or we will die. Inchon will succeed, and it will save 100,000 lives. The reason we need all of these ships is we have to land the whole of the 10th Corps in just 1 hour. The high tide in these waters lasts 1 hour.
It's just possible that'll be enough time. But if the Marines don't take the protecting islands in the dawn attack, you obviously can't go ahead with the main invasion at dusk.
Mm-hmm. To get the Marines into position, we'll have to sail through here by night. So the lighthouses there, and especially this one, will have to be in operation.
2 ships colliding in the dark, the whole entrance would be blocked. We'd be sitting ducks.
I have to tell you, General, I didn't sleep last night, and I'm still worried stiff right now. I'm sold on the landing. Any landing that'll take the pressure off our forces out of the Pusan area. But I strongly propose Kunsan. Here, instead of Inchon, which has every known difficulty for a landing. Kunsan has no tide problem. It's got a convenient harbor, it's on the same side as Inchon, and it's not half as dangerous.
My friend, you've been looking at the map, but you've not been reading what it says. Kunsan, sure, easy to take with good reason. It has no decisive influence on the war. We still have to drive the communists from the Pusan area all the way to North Korea, yard by yard, mile by mile, may take months, with thousands of casualties. We land at Inchon. We take Seoul. Seoul, the hub of all North and South communications. Here, I shall crush them. I shall drive them right beyond the Chinese frontier. Korea shall be reunited. Peace shall come to this peninsula, to Asia, perhaps for a long, long time. If we fail here to destroy them totally, we shall be fighting another bloody feudal war somewhere else, 10 years from now. If now, we merely stop them going east to Japan, and they'll turn somewhere else, south inevitably, Indochina. Victory at Inchon means a boost for the morale of the United Nations. It means a positive effect on public opinion throughout the world. It means the end of the Kremlin's ambitions of taking a hold in Asia. And it means the Koreans can harvest this year's rice crops and the people can eat.
All right, let's submit. We take the beaches. We land here at Inchon. But say we can't reinforce the Marines for the whole of 12 hours. What's to prevent another fiasco like at Anzio?
Admiral, I was not at Anzio.
But everything seems to depend on one small thing. A lighthouse.
Gentlemen, you have my word. The lights of Inchon do not go on and stay on. The whole invasion will be abandoned.
What's really worrying the Joint Chiefs of Staff is this date. September 15th doesn't give any time for preparation. Why, it's less than a month. You had nearly 6 months to prepare for Okinawa and Leyte.
I have to agree.
General Collins, in 1 month from now, we'll be fighting 10 times as many troops defending the city. I have information the North Koreans plan to reinforce it toward the end of the month. So, September 15, it has to be.
You're right, General. September 15th, it has to be.
I realize I'm merely the token Turk, and my brigade hasn't arrived yet. But perhaps in the first reconnaissance party, you'd find a place for a few of us.
Which reconnaissance party?
I'm not that simple. You're going to have to send a small force to seize those lighthouses. Particularly this one. For the Marines to get in position by daybreak.
Colonel Halsworth here's probably been wondering why he's sitting in. Now he knows.
God almighty.
If That's a prayer, Colonel. Don't stop now.
I mean, sir, I've just found out I'm the lighthouse party.
You're the only man I know who's lived almost a year on that island. Of course, it's a job for volunteers.
I could swear I distinctly heard someone volunteer.
Dinner will have to be late. I'll pick you up at your villa around 9 o'clock.
Don't make it any later. We have lots of things to talk over.
Right.
Ciao.
Ah, you find your girl? No, not yet.
How are you, Colonel, sir?
How'd you like to fly in a plane at 14,000 feet without oxygen? Land on a carrier in a half gale?
Hell no, not me.
Any word about Barbara?
No, but knowing her, she'll be along at any time.
I hope so.
And this is crazy. Day after day, they keep bringing more and more men into Busan.
That's good. I like company.
Oh, yeah? Comes time to evacuate, you'll be responsible for getting these men out. Don't look to me for help.
Thank you, Marguerite. Marguerite, what are you doing here? What's going on?
Looks like I might be free for dinner tonight.
With me, I will give you a ride.
I tell you, things like that never happen to an enlisted man. Those Turks are some tough babies, so they tell me. Great fighters, too.
Instead of fighting each other, next time, fight against the enemy!
Put that bloody camera away!
Maybe this would help.
Thanks.
Oh, what a mess. War is hell, isn't it?
Hey, what's this?
God, I'm never going to get this thing started again.
And whose, may I ask, are these young children?
All right, that's it. Hold it. That's it.
Come inside. I'm sure there's plenty to drink.
We have 10 miles to walk home. But Brigadier Kimmel-F-Chet said you should feel as if this is your home.
Thank you. You've all been terribly kind. Come on, you little rat. Okay, everyone. Bath time. Buddy, buddy. Come on.
Sorry.
Well, General Formali doesn't want you to be late at the villa.
What the hell's going on? Make a date with some broad? Want to use my room?
Oh, come on, Colonel. Now, would I ever?
Yes, you would.
That's enough. Oh, Mike, you are. Into bed. Quick. Now, everyone, fast asleep. Or I'll be back, and you'll see. Roll, don't you imitate me when my back's turned. Good night.
So bad, huh?
Yeah. What the hell are we doing here?
A little social get-together. Obviously, some rich American family used to live here.
What else is new?
Same old view.
High tide on the 15th. Darkening up.
Hey, come on. Don't you ever relax?
Well, there's something fishy going on around here.
Little.
Right, I'll see you two later.
I suppose this is his idea of a good turn. Cooking up this family reunion.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna kill him. Nice place. You like this kind of furniture?
It's beautiful.
How'd they get your ship?
Day after tomorrow.
Straight home.
Good old Philadelphia. Rah, rah, rah.
You all right?
I'm okay. I should ask about you.
Why, did they tell you anything?
Just hints that you are onto something important.
I guess.
Dangerous?
I go in before the others tomorrow.
And Henderson figured, since this was your last night. Look, Frank, I have to say something. As you only gave me 5 minutes at the airport to tell me the wonderful news.
Well, I didn't have time to explain everything. I mean, I prepared a longer speech, but then I was never much for talking. Especially when I don't know what to say.
Well, do you know what you want to say now? I mean, 4 years together, and all it added up to was conversation. We never talked. Or at least we never told the truth. I mean, to other people, always. But between us two...
For Christ's sake, what the hell do you want me to say now?
Well, for a start, I mean, is she so goddamn marvelous? Does she cast some special exotic oriental spell that I know nothing about? I swore I wasn't going to do this. But I really want you to tell me, is she so marvelous? Or was she simply warm and available? Was it because she was there?
I wanted to tell you. It was nobody's fault. We got married too fast. And it was fun at first.
It was fun at Camp Pendleton.
Yeah, but then more and more you wanted something to do. I know it's tough being a soldier's wife. At first it was music and painting, and then it was New York. You wanted to publish books. And now this interior decorating. When I got posted here, you took one look and...
That is not fair. First it was this place, then it was Tokyo you were being sent to, then it was the Philippines, Pearl Harbor, while I sat here like Madame Butterfly.
I'm a Marine. And that's a special kind of cat. But you made me feel awkward and clumsy in the world you lived in. Like an enlisted man in your private officers' club. I was bored. And I was lonely. Funny thing in our country about wanting to be a soldier. think you must be soft in the head. Or you're so stupid you couldn't find a better job. In times of peace, you're a second-class citizen. But when there's a war, it swings the other way. And any stupid can become an instant hero.
Taken a war.
Yeah, could be.
Look, Frank. Tomorrow you're going to be off, wherever it is. You've got problems of your own. Let's leave ours for a moment. And later, when you come back, you tell me the way you want it. That's the way it'll be. Don't apologize. You didn't make this war.
I'm sorry you had to go through it all.
Come back, Frank. God, let you stay alive.
Well, now I gotta believe it.
You don't believe in anything. But what?
Well, we're about to be kicked out of the country, and the old man brings in 2 new divisions. What for, Cherie? What for?
You tell me, as if you're not going.
Invasion. By God, invasion.
Say what you're thinking. It's gotta work.
Or baby, no invasion.
Tent.
Heat it up there in the trees.
All right, let's go. Come on.
From the guardhouse here, running to the lighthouse takes nearly 2 minutes.
That means that even if the guards in the lighthouse give the alarm, we've got 2 minutes to take over. How many guards are there?
In the lighthouse?
Mm-hmm.
Never more than 3 or 4. They are not expecting anything.
Charts of the channel in the Inchon harbor. Better than anything the communists have. And it's up to date.
You promised to get this cleaned.
The next time?
How many next times?
I did not make this world. I just...
You'll be back. You won't fail. Anything else, Sir Boss?
Prayer, Jean. Just a prayer. We'll need all the help we can get tomorrow.
Someone else is going to take the lighthouse at Olmedo. A man named Clark. If the fleet's going to pass through our channel, our lights have to stay on no matter what. The entire invasion, the entire operation depends on it. When they realize what we're up to, they're going to hit us with everything they've got. All right. Let's go.
I'll be here. You need me.
Typhoon Kazir has passed by us, no damage, and no new trouble in sight. Visibility, 10 miles. Clear sky in the morning. Wind northeasterly, 6 knots. Probably cloudy later in the morning, and chance of showers towards evening. Should be fine for the next 3 days.
That's all we need. Time to take Inchon, then move on into Seoul. All our preparations are completed. No change in the plans in front of you, gentlemen. Operation Chromite is on its way.
Sir, as senior officer present, in age if not in importance, I would like to say on behalf of the 6 other nationalities, the Foreign Legion you might call us, that we're proud to be here today and to be serving under the command of General MacArthur.
Command of the United Nations. Now, the lighthouse will be working in 5 hours. Time to get back to your ships, gentlemen. And I thank you all. You and the planning staff have done all could possibly be done. Now everything rests in the hands of our fighting men and in the hands of God.
하사동무.
왜? 왜 그래?
하사동무. 이리 좀 나와보시오. 동무. 저기 좀 보시오.
We got less than 30 minutes. You keep everybody out. You hear?
To hear is to obey.
No one here.
He's very old. He's walking in years.
Made in France, 1905. Well, it's a good year for wine, but I don't know about lighthouses.
General, sorry, but you can't light that. We're blacked out on board.
I thank you, sir.
261 ships with that damn channel.
58 more minutes, sir.
Without that light, we cannot make a move.
Come on, baby, give it some light. Try again. Crazy, we gotta get those ships through the channel.
You have to stop them. Tonight, the North Koreans mined the channel. It is true. I follow them. I know where they placed each one. Come, I must have your help.
Talk about minutes.
Then you are wasting time.
Park, you keep that light covered. Can't let the boats in until you hear from me. I'll signal. You'll hear the mines explode. So you fight after all?
I did not fight.
But you're here.
I'm here.
Can't see a damn thing. Where the hell are they?
You see, right? Don't touch it.
Don't worry, I won't.
You take the yours.
Yes, sir. Anything else?
Sit there. And try not to blow us out.
There's a Russian, the mines.
Yo. All of them.
Makes it more dangerous to work with, I suppose. Hey, careful with that.
You think I won't be?
I wouldn't be the first to go.
Yeah, by about 100th of a second, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know. I need some more electrical wire. Cut off 2 meters and hand it to me. Hurry! Hurry. Good.
나도 안 대주라.
The next
15 minutes. It's gonna take us all night to wire these fuses.
Only 2 more to go. I have already wired the others. Quick! You may have the United.
Plenty of time, General. Jesus, I wish to God there was.
Now!
Bombardment! We're going in!
I'm Halsworth.
try if it isn't damn it too much.
Still 5 minutes to go, sir.
If the landing crafts don't start right now, they'll never be in position by daylight.
General, it'll take 10 minutes to send the signals out and to call off the operation.
And I'm trying to tell you, General, we don't have 10 minutes. The boats are already coming into the channel.
I can just see them.
General, you promised. If the lights didn't go on, you promised you'd cancel.
I shall keep my word. General Armand?
Yes, sir.
I wish you to send a message to the President
As Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the United States. It is with text as follows. It is with sadness and regret that the operations at Inchon are to be called off as at this moment. No blame for this should be attached to any officer or man of the United Nations Expeditionary Forces. All and any responsibility for the disaster, change that, say failure, for the failure at Inchon must fall on me and on my inability to serve my country as I once was able to in the past. With this message is contained my relinquishment of power granted to me as commander of the United Nations forces in Korea. Signature to be appended, Douglas MacArthur, General of the Army.
They did! It's working! It's working!
Battle stations! Send in the first and second destroyer divisions and prepare for fleet bombardment. General Armand, get a relief party ashore that island. That light must not fail again. General Armand, have you that message? Documentary evidence. So damnably conclusive.
But you would have kept your promise.
I did. With a little help. Of course, I took as long as I could dictating it. Wanted to give God every chance to get that light out. Thank God. Sir, there's snipers on that roof up there. Why, so they are.
안녕하세요. 잘 가요. 무슨 일이세요? 누구다? 오십 분 알았어. 야야, 가만 차려야 빨리. 아우, 아까도 했는데 왜 그래 또? 싫어.
Yellow hair.
So goddamn many press in one place in my life.
Haven't you heard? The General's got an important announcement to make.
Yeah?
Did you hear that from the New York Philharmonic?
going to say that he's running for president.
You get in as emperor.
I thought you didn't approve generals who dyed their hair.
From now on, I would make it compulsory for every other U.S. general to do the same. I'm not kidding.
The United Nations of the world, I am happy to restore unto you the seat of government.
All I can offer is what I have tried to write down here. The undying gratitude of the Korean people.
All silent, as America's greatest soldier is about to make a statement that may change history.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Barrack ballads of that day,
and lead us not into
which proclaimed most proudly that old soldiers never die. They just fade away. And like the old soldier of that ballad, I now close my military career and just fade away. An old soldier who tried to do his duty as God gave him the light to see that duty. Goodbye.